Survivor Series War Games is officially over. We're going to talk about everything that happened tonight, where it is. If you are somebody that hasn't watched it yet and you want to avoid spoilers, this is your opportunity to swipe away so you don't have anything spoiled for you. But I have to say, this card was very underwhelming from start to finish. To me, the best match of the whole night was John Cena and Dominic Mysterio. And obviously, there are some things that took place outside of that where it's going to make things interesting going forward. Now, the women's War Games match, I think, was okay. It was, to me, about a 4 out of 5. It was something that was enjoyable to watch. You had Io had her spot, which was done well. I thought that was very creative, which for her, trash cans are becoming a thing in War Games. But I have to say, you really kind of felt like this match and the men's match were just thrown together. So you're kind of thinking to yourself, are they actually going to be good? Are they going to be bad? The women's match was not bad at all. Then we get into John Cena and Dominic Mysterio, and I have to say this was my favorite match of the night. When you're watching this match, you're watching John Cena, the legend he is, with now one more match left, and Dominic Mysterio, who a lot of people believed would be his final match because passing along the torch to the younger crowd. Now in this match, you're going to have Dominic Mysterio doing what he does. You're going to have outside help interfere, but then the shocker of the night, Liv Morgan returns. Now when she returns, you're looking at this thinking, where is she actually going to fit in the match? Is she going to help Dominic after what he has done with Roxanne? Or is she going to turn on John Cena? And we had a little bit of both. Now, that made this thing interesting because I think it gives flashbacks to when John Cena turned heel for that short period and you see him have that look in his eye. And you saw Liv Morgan have the same look that he did, and that's what made that very interesting. So her being back, I like Liv Morgan. I'm glad she is back. It definitely shakes things up a little bit. Now the question is going to be, where does that put Roxanne and Liv? And ultimately, where does Dominic Mysterio go from here? Obviously, WWE looks at him as a future superstar, somebody they can build on. So ultimately, it can be something where down the line, it's going to benefit him. Now we get to the women's match. The title match, Stephanie Valkyrie versus Nikki Bella. I was at WrestlePalooza in Indy when I live in Indy, so I was there when she won the title, and I thought that was a cool spot. I mean, it was entertaining. Everybody was loud for her. I don't know if it really came through on the screen, but in person, everybody was kind of going insane for her and ultimately her success. Now, I have to be honest, this match was a little bit of a snooze fest. I found myself drifting way away from this match, and I barely watched any of it. And that's the unfortunate part, and I think part of that goes to I'm not really a Nikki Bella fan. A part of me is wondering, why did she turn heel a couple weeks ago? Because she's not really a good heel. Now, really for her, the one time that she had a long run as a heel was when she made Brie her servant, and basically everything that she said Brie had to do. And I don't think I've ever been such a Nikki fan where you're sitting here saying that you already know the outcome of the match. Because I really don't see them putting the title on Nikki Bella anytime soon or at all, even if that. And so that's the unfortunate part because Stephanie Valkyrie is a good wrestler. She's great in the ring. And I think when you're looking at what her skill set is to somebody like Nikki Bella and you're having to kind of push through knowing that she is known for botching things. Her sister is known for it too. That match just honestly, I was disassociated with it. I was not entertained. There was nothing about that match that kept me engaged. But then we get to the biggest disappointment, in my opinion, of the night, and that is the men's War Game match. Now, you obviously have Braun Breaker being the leading charge in the whole thing. He's probably going to be the next one to get the championship around him. But the match was just not good. Even through all the drama, Roman coming back with CM Punk, and then you have Cody Rhodes, and you're really looking at it wondering, how is this all going to work out? Now, when you look at the relationship of Braun and Bronson and Brock and Drew, you really, they don't fit well together. It was almost as if they threw the people that had the biggest pops versus the people that get cheers but also can be considered a heel. The match seemed rushed. I remember I kind of started looking down for just a minute on my phone, and next thing you know, the match was ending with Braun doing what he did. And so it makes you wonder, where is this whole situation going to go? You obviously see where Roman is going to turn. I think Roman ultimately is going to go back for Cody. You kind of get a sense from what you saw tonight that he's not going to go for CM Punk, even though that could draw some audience there. But then it makes you wonder, how are they going to set up Braun now that he is now in the driving control? I almost said driving factor. But he is in control of what happens next. And so ultimately it breaks down and boils down to, where are they going to go with these four people? You have Braun, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes. That's it. Now, was this an entertaining four cards? It had its moments. I think there were a couple other things that really just bugged me. You have AJ Lee and Cody Rhodes doing a similar spot to get into the cage. You have Becky trying to stop AJ Lee. Then you turn around and have Cody Rhodes being stopped by Drew. That was just ridiculous. Like, yay, congratulations, you're climbing over the cage and things are just magical. So to me, that spot in both matches was just pointless to an extent. And then finally, I think another thing that was really irritating was watching the match, and when it got down to that final 3, 2, 1, you had that weird buzzing, ringing sound, and I get it. It's an alarm. It's the, we're all going to be here. But honestly, when you look at it, it's like, does it really need to be that much of a buzz or a sound? But it was all right. Survivor Series War Games is over. We are now on to the next one. We are 2 weeks away from John Cena's last match. It will definitely be interesting to see what happens from there. But drop a comment below. Let me know, did you enjoy this whole show? Were there parts of it that you enjoyed and didn't enjoy? But let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more videos coming. New movie reviews, things on MMA, WWE. Stay tuned for more, and I will talk to you all later.